Hello everyone, it's Hunter and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, it is so nice to meet you. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite products from the first year of toddlerhood. My daughter just had her second birthday, and as babies transition into toddlers, a lot of your baby stuff doesn't work anymore because they're just too big for it. So I thought I would share 10 of my favorite items that we've used over the last year, things that I see us using for quite some time while she is still a toddler, and go from there. So with that being said, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love it if you would do so down below and give this video a thumbs up, and let's just go ahead and get started. Also, I wanted to mention, this is not an extensive must-have list. Not all of these products are like absolutely must-haves. They're just things that we like and we use and that make our life a little easier. So by all means, you do not need all of these products. They're just ones that we really like, so that's where we're going. Also, a lot of stuff can be purchased secondhand, and I will share what that stuff is whenever we get to it. So let's start with the kitchen supplies for the toddler that I love. First, let's talk about cups. I have two different kinds of cups, or two different cups, I guess. If you breastfed or you bottle fed, either way, your baby has transitioned into not drinking milk anymore, unless you're still breastfeeding, but either way, they still need regular drinks as well. And we have been through some cups, man. We started with the Munchkin straw cups. We added the straw cups on the Dr. Brown's bottles, which are really nice. But right now, these are the ones that we use the most, so I wanted to share them. These are very similar. This one is the Zach cup, and I love this one the most because it's the insulated one, but here is the inside, and it just has a straw. The whole thing comes apart really easily for cleaning. You just pop this out and you have, sorry, gonna drop it, 3 different pieces, which is so nice, and it just pops back in there really easily. Add the straw and screw it on, and this cup is actually leak proof, which I have found so hard. Some of our other straw cups that claim to be leak proof, they're all gonna have this one issue where when you've had them sitting for long enough, the air inside of it is gonna wanna come out of the cup. However, this is the easiest one to prevent spills and messes in that occasion. I found that if we leave any of the other cups like on their side, they're gonna start leaking out, but these actually don't, which is nice. We can fully turn it upside down and shake and nothing comes out because you can see the straw is like sealed up. And then there's this little like thing right here that helps with the air, but if it does start to come out of the top, you literally just twist the bottle to let the air out and then close it again and you're good to go. Super easy to clean. I'm not a huge fan of characters on cups, but if your kids are big character people, then they have lots of characters. They have a few ones that don't have characters, but this one was at Target and my daughter likes Minnie Mouse, so I got her this. I also liked that it was a bit more subtle than the others, so it has like a little mouse right there, but for the most part it's like pretty subtle, and then just a little Minnie Mouse right there. So this is the first cup, but to go along with that we have this one, and this one is the Pillow Fort brand at Target, and this one came in a 2-pack actually, and the lid works like the same way. You can see how they're like shaped very similarly. They work exactly the same. The only difference is that these are just regular plastic instead of the stainless steel insulated ones. So we like to use these around the house or for like water and juice. And if we go anywhere and we're taking milk, we usually put it in this cup just because it's insulated, so it makes it so it doesn't go bad as fast. So that's why I like this one better, just because I can put more drinks in it, but I can put both of these in the bag and call it a day, and I don't feel like I'm gonna destroy her bag. So big fan. I will link both of these down below. This one is a 2-pack for $10, and I think this one was like $12, but worth it in my opinion. Kind of to go along with cups are labels for cups. I'm not gonna show you the other side because it has my daughter's, actually let me just turn it inside out. It has my daughter's full name on it. You can't see it because again I am hiding that part from you, but it just has the name etched into this piece of silicone, and it goes over cups. Honestly, I think these are so nice to have for every age, but especially when toddlers want to be more independent and carry their own cup. I feel like it's really helpful. So it just goes over here. You can put it wherever you want on the bottle, but we have put these on like the baby bottles. I exclusively pumped so my daughter was bottle fed, and we put it on all of her bottles, the ones that were skinny and the ones that were wider. We've put it on all of her cups and water bottles, and it's just so nice because I am not worried about her cup not having a label on it. I used to work in childcare at church, and it drove me crazy when people would would have cups. They would bring just a cup and not like a bag or anything, and we had no idea who the cup would belong to. We'd sit the kids down for snack, and all of a sudden the kid would be like, where's my cup? It's like, why didn't you know where it was when I asked you? So anyway, that's that's why I like having these labels on here. If you don't take your child literally anywhere unattended, then it is what it is, but I take my child to childcare at the gym and also at church, and these are super handy. So I got this one from Etsy. I'll link the exact one that I have down below, but there are other brands that make them as well. I know Caden Lane makes some, and the brand I'm most familiar with is Inchbug. They have lots of options as well, but I got mine from Etsy because I wanted them to be cuter. Next, we've got some dishes. These are the Munchkin snack cups. Literally, you just pop the lid off, and these are so self-explanatory. I'm sure you've seen these everywhere. I've tried the cute aesthetic silicone ones, and they work when you don't have another cup to grab, but honestly, being able to take the lid off is so helpful. This one is definitely beat up. We have two of them. We have this one and a pink one. These are so affordable too. I think it's like $5.99 for a 2-pack, which is crazy good, but it's BPA free. The brand is Munchkin, and overall just super helpful. No snacks come out, but the hands can go in and get the snacks. So just super helpful, especially when you have snacks in the car, to keep them from making a huge mess. It's not to say no snacks will come out without them putting their hands in it, but it's definitely a lot better than just an open cup. And these plates, they do have not silicone, they have suction cups on the bottom. I do find that the suction on these are not. The suction is fine unless you have a Hulk child, which I'm sure lots of people do. I've seen people talk about how they can't get the silicone plates off, but their kids have no problem getting them off. But I really like these. I like that they're sectioned. This one is from Amazon. I do wish that the entire bottom was a suction cup. I think that would probably help instead of having a bunch of little ones. But either way, we're big fans of these. I know a lot of people don't like to use silicone plates and things because they can retain the taste of soap and make food not taste good, but you can just hand wash them. So I hand wash them. I've never had an issue, and my daughter has never rejected food because it tastes bad. So if she's rejecting food, it's because she's not hungry or because she doesn't like it. But I've tasted food off her plate when she's decided not to eat it, thinking maybe it tastes like soap, and it never has. So big fan of these. This one came in a 3-pack on Amazon for like $10, which was a great price. And again, I love the sections. It just makes it easy to fix 3 things for a meal. It helps me greatly with portion sizes as well, because I never know exactly how much I should be giving her on a regular plate. It just looks like nothing. And also, because they are sections, she's able to like scoop things up along the like side of the plate, which I think is really helpful as well. That's all for the kitchen goods. Let's talk about shoes. When your baby, it's a baby. They don't need shoes because they're not walking. But when they start walking, they need shoes when you go in public. Let me show you our favorites. I think these are like the ones we get the most use out of. They also have an interesting price tag. So let me just talk about them. So first we have these. They're kids. If your kid is anything like mine, my daughter wants to walk everywhere. She refuses to sit in a shopping cart. She refuses to go in a stroller. She won't let me push her on anything. She wants to walk all the time, and it's awful, but also it's fine because she's really good at it. So we have these. These are Keds, just a basic tie-up Ked. They're super easy to clean. You can see that it's like gross right here from just like everyday wear, and it's super easy to wipe off. These are leather. So I said that the price is super interesting. So these can be very pricey if you buy them brand new. They're like $35, which feels like a lot of money for a toddler shoe that they're gonna grow out of quite quickly. These are a size 6, but this is one of those things that you can buy secondhand, and it will also retain its value very, very well. So if you buy them on if you buy them from someone on Facebook Marketplace, or maybe Poshmark or Mercari or whatever the other secondhand shops are that sell kid stuff, consignment stores or consignment sales, that's where most of her shoes are from, is consignment sales, thrift stores, and Facebook, and you can get a really good price on them. And even if you're still paying like more than you think you should, if you get them for like $20, you can probably turn around and sell them for $20. And that's also why other people are willing to spend $20 on them, because people know that they can get their value back by reselling them. So I definitely think these are very classic shoes. These are ones that not this specific pair, but I wore Keds like this when I was a kid, and I just feel like they're a very timeless shoe, and they just are ones that can be dressed up or dressed down. You definitely can wear these to church, but you can also wear them to the playground, which I think is so nice. And yeah, they're just really cute. Throw on some like frilly socks if you've got a girl, and call it a day. The other pair of shoes that we love are Converse. Again, these can be pretty pricey, but like look at the bottom of them. The soles are so like fresh and clean. Just throw them in the wash to like clean up the color and you're good to go. Again, these are things that you might be spending a little bit more secondhand than you would prefer to for toddler shoes. However, you're gonna get your value back if you resell them once you're done having kids, because they're Converse. They are, again, a timeless shoe. They go with everything and they're just super easy to throw on. They are also something that you can dress up or down, not maybe dress up as much as the kids, but you can still put like a little dress on your child or some cute shorts or whatever, a little skirt, whatever. And again, they're just timeless, and I think that there's something that goes with everything. So that's why I like both of these shoes a lot. There are other shoes I love as well, but those are the ones I think are like the best value for money for how much you're gonna use them. Okay, next, some laundry stuff. This. I'm sure you guys have seen this stuff all over TikTok. This is the Miss Mouth's Messy Eater Stain Treater from the Hate Stains Co. And I actually first saw this on TikTok as well. This is the big bottle. Most people know about the little bottles, but they don't know about the big bottles. We love a big bottle. I buy the refills on Amazon, like in bags, and just fill up this. This is, okay. This is expensive, I'm not gonna lie. It was like $25 for this bottle, which is kind of ridiculous for a stain remover. Also, I can't stand the way that it smells. However, it has no peroxide, no chlorine, no added phosphates, no added parabens, no added fragrances. It's pH neutral, there's no bleach or anything, and it gets stuff out better than anything I've ever tried. Like, if this stuff can't get it out, then it's just not coming out. It's just not gonna come out if this doesn't work, okay? I have a video on my TikTok. I'll actually put it on the screen right here so you can see. My husband had this white sweatshirt and my daughter spilled a fruit pouch all over it, and I used this spray and you literally cannot even tell. And like, it was dry when I sprayed it. This stuff just works so well. Like I said, it is expensive. However, it is worth every penny because it's gonna save your clothes. And if you have a berry loving toddler, you can literally watch the color of the berry come out of the clothes. You don't even have to put it in the washing machine first. Literally just spray it and the color disappears. It does work best with like natural stains, so like grass, mud, fruit, foods and things, rather than like a marker, but it does get Crayola markers out, so that's good, but those are also washable. It doesn't get out Expo markers, but if you don't have any Expo markers laying around, then you're probably fine. Next, we have this. This is the Boogie No Rub Diaper Rash Spray. It's 25% zinc oxide. 9 times out of 10, we use Aquaphor or nothing on our daughter for diapers. However, she had a stomach bug, and let's just say it left her with a pretty terrible diaper rash, and this was recommended to me. It is 25% zinc oxide and 20% dimethicone, and literally, it's not necessarily that the product is that awesome. You can get other products that have the exact same active ingredients and they work the same. It's the spray bottle, and it's like the surface area that the sprayer works for. I would spray it, but one, I don't want to waste the product, and two, it's hard to get off. But my daughter had a horrible diaper rash, and putting diaper rash cream on was so hard because she was in so much pain from this rash, and we couldn't get ahead of it because stomach bug, you know? So as we were putting cream on her, she was just losing her mind. She would not be still. It was so hard to put it on her. We were trying to make her better, but obviously she doesn't know that we're trying to make her better. She thinks we're just hurting her. So having the spray, someone recommended using this, and it saved her butt. It saved her butt so much. And you just spray it 1, 2, 3, call it a day. It literally covered such a wide surface area, so we didn't really need to spray all that much, but it was able to get the cream on very quickly so that we could put the diaper on and she was good to go. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend this. Just a few more things. I highly recommend a small backpack, toddler-sized backpack. This one is from Zara. I got it actually before she was born, but it's personalized. It has her name on it, which I think is nice. It has this little pouch right here, and then it just has a big pouch in here. It holds, you know, a couple diapers, a changing pad. We have some Aquaphor and some Tubby Todd in here. Oh dang, that's another product we love. We also love Tubby Todd, but it's not in this video. And some wipes, maybe a few snacks. And when she's out of diapers, we'll be able to put more snacks and maybe a toy or something in it. But having a small backpack is really helpful because she can carry it if she wants to. It's not too heavy. It's small enough to wear on her back, but it's not so small that you can't carry stuff, especially when they're not a newborn anymore. They don't really need all that much stuff when you go out and about, unless you just want to feel super extra prepared. But if you're like me, you want to carry the minimal amount of things possible while still having everything that you need, and I think having a small backpack does that. This exact bag is not available on Zara's website anymore, but any small backpack will do, so highly recommend. The last two things are actually things we got her for Christmas that we love, so let's talk about them. The first one, I'm just gonna move over and post pictures of them because I can't bring them to you. They're big things. So the first one is her IKEA kitchen. This was, I think it was like $99, and obviously we got it from IKEA. It's very basic, but it's also super easily customizable. It has a bunch of storage space, and it's just a cute kitchen. It's nice because you can store actual toys in there, or her fake food, or pots and pans, or whatever you have. Our daughter loves it. She plays with it all the time, and it's just a big toy that she can pretend play with, which I really appreciate. So nice. It's like the perfect size, so we love it. And the last thing is the Pottery Barn Anywhere chair, and instead of getting the small one or the large one, we got the medium size, which they just call the regular size. And when I tell you this thing costs so much money, this is definitely an investment, okay? But I really wanted her to have it, and she absolutely loves it. She sits in it every single day. When you have a toddler, they just become so much more independent, and some toddlers are more independent than others. My daughter is a super independent girl, so she wants to sit in her own chair. She has like a little yard chair that she loves, and she kept bringing it inside to sit in, so that's why we got the idea to buy her the Pottery Barn chair. I will say that it was expensive, but in my opinion it's worth it. However, and because we got it for her for Christmas, I also had some cash back available from a credit card, so I was able to use rewards to buy it, which helped me to justify the purchase. But if you want to buy it secondhand, even if you want to like have a personalized cover, I think they're like $50 something, which is still super expensive for just a cover for a chair, but you can buy like someone's used chair on Facebook or something and just take off the cover. Some people just sell the inserts, but you could just take the inserts out of their chair and put your own cover on if you want a cheaper alternative. I know there are other brands that make chairs that are similar to this, but we did choose to go for the name brand Pottery Barn one just because I know that Pottery Barn's quality is unmatched. I knew it would be something that she would use for years and years to come. I did also choose to pay the additional $15 to have her name embroidered on it. Listen, when I say it was expensive, I mean it was almost $200 for a chair for a child. I think my biggest bone to pick is not necessarily the price of the chair and the embroidery. It's the fact that there was shipping, but then there was also a delivery surcharge. So I think shipping overall was like $35, which was ridiculous. I paid $24 for shipping plus an additional $10 delivery surcharge. I'm sorry, when you're spending that much money at a furniture store, should you not get free shipping? Just include it in the cost of the chair instead of blindsiding me with how much shipping costs, you know? Anyway, that's a rant for another day. We love the chair. It's great. Highly recommend trying Facebook and getting your own cover from their website. Personally, big fan. Daughter loves it every day. Would buy it again if we had to. And if we have another child, we'll probably also buy them one. So that's all I have for today's video. If you guys have any toddler products that you love and can't live without, or that you use every day, comment them down below. And I will also have everything I talked about in this video linked down below if I can find it. Maybe a commissioned link. Probably will be if I can find one. And if you shop using my commission link, that really helps me out. And I greatly appreciate it if you do, but if you don't want to, that's fine as well. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.